sorry, but we can,
Right.
you know,
Google is the most important invention, the best invention of the last 50 years.
yes, you can search anything, you can find anything. You know, it, you know, like uh, 30 years ago, we don't have this technology, and we have to, you know, search from the books, and we have to search with, we have to talk with people, but we can know if that information is true or false. You know, we can be sure. But now with technology, you can search everything. You can even travel. You know, with Google Maps, you can. I can go to Saulis, for example. I can visit Saulis places from here. Like we are very far away from each other, but it's really helpful. Like I can travel online, and otherwise, like if I have some health issues, I can search on it, and before I go to doctor, I can have some ideas about it, you know, and many other things. Even before I travel, I can search places, I can search like what to eat, what where to see, and where to stay. And it's, I think for me, it's a far best invention for the last 50 years.
Wow, it's a nice idea. Actually, nobody had said that yet when I asked that question. People say like in a more general way, like the internet or smartphones, but no, they didn't mention something they could do with these inventions. And you're mentioning Google and being able to search for information and travel. It's interesting. Do any of you guys think that would be the best invention of the last 50 years? Diego, do you agree? Your mic is off, Diego.
Yeah. I come again? What did you say?
You agree that Google is the best invention of the last 50 years?
Yeah, I agree. Like,
Sure.
yeah, it's like it's part of the context. Yeah. So like, I mean, like it was evolution. Yeah. So we got the internet after we got the as I was saying that the best invention is what it is Wi-Fi connection for me. Like I'm not this person that like cables or wires and things that I really don't like. For example, if I need to charge my cell phone every day, every night, it is so annoying for me. So I just need, we need to, yeah. So every night we need to charge our cell phones, our devices, and this is annoying for me. I really don't like.
Yeah.
And uh, after that, after the Wi-Fi, the internet, we got Google. I was wondering if you guys mentioned the ideas of the movie. Have you guys watched the movie about Google? Like,
No,
no?
I haven't. Have you, Lucy?
It's kind of a comedy, something like that. The real name is Internship.
I watch it.
Yeah, watch it. That's not real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree, Luciano. It's not real.
It's not real.
It is just a silly idea, yeah. But there is a documentary that talks about you, Google. I have never watched this one. But yeah, Google, imagine if you are eager, if you are so curious. I was about to search something like here, and when was Google created? So when she said Iggy, Iggy, yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ege,
I
sorry.
suppose it was something like 1993 or something like that, 90s. And I don't know, like, you know, it's, I can't imagine without leaving Google or Yandex, any other, you know, searching
Say that
platform.
inside IBM? Like, have you tried to say that inside IBM?
In IBM, I can say IBM does not have any searching, you know, field. I can only search IBM tools in IBM search
Engine.
engines. And I think if I ask any IBMer, they can agree with me because it's even I can search IBM things on Google. Like I can search on IBM machines on Google, and I can find any information. Like if I don't have it already, that's why
Do you like Bing?
I never use it. It's I never use it.
Nice. Luciano, you use a different search engine, right? From actually use a different browser, and then within it use Google, right? What is
No,
DuckDuckGo?
yeah, I have a different browser that I use. That is Brave browser, and I use DuckDuckGo. I don't use Google, but I think Google is a really great invention, though. But I don't use it.
Let's see. So okay, like Google and search engine, they also keep your data. Like they register your data, and DuckDuckGo is this browser that Lucy uses, does not retain your data. So what do you think about this, about privacy and about keeping your data?
I think it have both positive and negative impacts. Yeah, negative impacts are much more than positive. If I have to talk about the positive things, if I search something, if I'm keen to do something, I don't know, like I say I love playing volleyball. If I have to search something about volleyball, like players or teams or leagues, anything, and Google save it for me, and sometimes it can show me news about volleyball, about leagues, I don't know, and it's really easy for me that I don't have to search for it because it's already comes to my main page about this news and anything. So it's for me it's good about this topic. But if I have to talk negative things, because negative issues, it's not a really good idea, seriously, like saving all my data, that data about everything I search, when I search it, what place I search it. Like it's not secure, they have many informations about me, and they can sell it to any firm or any country. There are always these issues, but I think until this time, many governments, many firms have our personal information already. Like we are using cell phones, and most of the cell phones nowadays have a face ID. You
Yes.
know what's a face
Reconnection.
ID connection, and
Reconnection.
if you can open the phone with your face, and this is also another issue. It's not a good thing. And what I think right now is they already have our information, so at this point we can do anything. I think we can, unfortunately, can't change anything at this point. We can if we can't even sue, because I think they have something, some rules, regulations, and I believe you have already accept these things to use these applications. So yeah, it's not great. It's not great, but at this topic, at this time, I can't find any any improvement to change it, unfortunately.
I see. I attended this event 2 years ago. It was about the future. It was about like what was going to happen. What was the future going to be like? Was going to be like by 2050. And this guy talked about privacy and about data retention and data collection. And he mentioned an analogy. Like he gave us an analogy that was interesting. He said that when you were a kid, like when we were kids, okay, I'm a kid, and I peed on my bed, and I go to school, and everyone knows that. I'm embarrassed because, wow, like what a crazy thing, like what a stupid thing, such a baby. But then, as you grow up, you remember that fact, and you don't feel embarrassed anymore. Oh, I peed my bed. I was a kid, like an honest mistake for a kid. So he says that it's going to be like that for data collection. Like you're going to grow up, and then we're going to overcome this idea that companies shouldn't keep all data. It's going to be normal, like peeing in your bed when you were a kid. What do you think of that? Diana, you seem to have an opinion on that topic.
I don't think that we will be comfortable with that. I think that it will be our reality. It already is our reality.
Yeah.
Because we just don't know that they have all these data of us. But it's hard to say because we can't. There are a lot of directions that we can go, right? We can say that you have a knife, right? A knife you can use to cut a meat, or you can use to kill someone. So it all depends on how we use the things the tools we human make. So nowadays we are molding how this future with all this data will be constructed, how we will use this in the future. But I think I'm afraid that the bad stuff grow bigger than the good stuff from it. Did you understand what I said?
Yeah, it makes sense. Paula, what do you think of that? Mic is off.
Your mic is off.
Always.
I was saying I just arrived. My God. See me.
You confirm. Okay, yes, knives. Yes, you can kill people with knives. Yeah.
Never thought about that. Now my head is like, boom, I could kill a person with. I'm kidding.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding. I wrote something like that about cell phones and how the cell phones can be the best thing and the worst thing depending on how we use this. So it makes a lot of sense. And that's true, Diana. It depends on the way that we will choose to go, but we do not have idea how this will work. So I said that about cell phones. I chose cell phones. It's very difficult to pick something specifically to decide that it was the best thing in the last 50 years. But I think cell phone changed our life completely. I'm using cell phone right now to talk with you guys. I use cell phones to do my appointments I'm a psychologist, and I can be with different people from different places of the world. Okay, I'm talking about the internet, but the cell phone makes this easier, so much more easier. It's small and easier to use. I do a lot of things. My article of the one of my I always forget the expression. Master degree? No, it's not master degree.
Graduate course.
Graduate course. It's that? No, but it was not my course of psychologist. It was
you call it a post-graduation. It's called graduate course too.
Okay, so a post-graduation. We talked about that in the last time that we saw each other, that some places use this expression like post-graduation. So my post-graduation, I finished my article of the course using my cell phone, and this was so good for me because I was my bad writing my article, and this was good for my brain because all this pressure to be in the table writing in the computer makes all the things bigger and scary. So to write small steps, small things, because you can see just part of the text. It's very good. It was very good for me. So the cell phone it's very good, but at the same time it can ruin our lives because we can stop having relationships because of this. We can stop having fun, stop going out just to be in the cell phone. So it depends on how we will use this.
How can you ruin our lives?
Like I said, the examples that I gave, we can instead of going out, instead of doing some things that could be healthier, we can be there in the cell phone. We can start having problems of dependency, for example. We can start having just feeling good if we open our social medias, you know, and if we have some likes or if we have some comments in some posts or things like that. We know that there are a lot of people that suffer from it right now. They are thinking about the best picture and how they will get some attention from some people. Of course, it's always important to remember that before of that we had different problems. So now we have just different and new problems that we think that it is the end of the world, but it's not like that. Before we had different problems as well, but
Maybe we have the
can
same.
be like that.
We had the
Sorry?
same problem, different tools.
Maybe depending.
Social approval was always a thing, and now you just escalated
Like-
that.
Like canceling. I don't know
Yes.
if it is that expression. Canceling?
Yes.
To cancel someone? Okay, so like canceling people. Now we have this thing that we say that it's like something recent, but it's not. We did that in different ways. You know, we did in the small groups. We did it from letters. You know, sending letters to the programs saying that we didn't want something. But now it's different because everybody can see. You know, everybody can see what you are doing. So it seems to be faster, so much faster. But the behavior by itself always existed, you know. Since we had a society, we had this problem.
I see. Guys, you can always interrupt each other, okay? You don't have to wait for me to intervene. Like it's a conversation. So like, I disagree.
So I'm kidding.
Interrupting me.
Well, I agree with Paula, and I see some people who are very dependent on internet and social media, cell phone, and technology in general. And I feel really proud of myself because I have a very healthy relationship with all of this. I'm not really I am a person who I can go to a place like to have food or drink with someone, with a group of people, or maybe just one person, and I'm not looking at my cell phone because I want to live that moment. If you invite me to go to somewhere, I don't care. I'm going to pay attention for what you're saying. I'm leaving my cell phone. I'm not answering message for some time. I'm just checking if someone sent me a message, but I'm really giving attention to people. And I see some people who can do that. Like they are every time on the phone. Like they are in a dinner, in a family dinner, and they're like every time.
Vanessa, can you repeat what you said? I didn't understand.
I didn't understand what
Nothing that she said.
Kidding. Like I was looking at my phone. I was
Yeah,
joking.
my
Okay.
sister is a lot like this. Like she's every time like this. Like we're having dinner together, like with my mother, my family, and she's like, we're talking, and she's like, even like I'm copying her sometimes. Like she's always doing the same face. And then sometimes I'm bullying her and saying, "Hey, we're here."
How old is she?
He is 29. She's older than me.
Really?
Yeah, but sometimes like we have this confusion. Some people think she's younger when I describe her.
Yeah, I thought maybe she's a teenager.
Sometimes I'm even trying to control her. Like I'm opening the window at 5 a.m. when she's coming from parties, and I'm like, this time is it's okay.
This time, little lady. And you are the youngest in your house, right, Vanessa?
Yeah.
And you seem to be like the most mature.
Yeah, I don't consider myself a mature person. But sometimes, like comparing to some behaviors of my sister, sometimes I feel like I'm older than her. Sometimes no, sometimes she's very careful about me as well. She's caring about me sometimes.
I see. Lorena Galdino. Now I have two Loris again.
There are many letters.
You are Lo.
It's
And she's Lorena. Okay. Lo. What's the best invention of the last 50 years in your opinion?
For me, is smartphone, I think.
Okay. Why?
Because with it you can do all you need and connect with someone you want and have access to all the information of the world with internet, of course. And it's very easy to use and I think with it you can do all you need. I think it's it.
Yeah.
And it's small and you can you can bring to all the places you need.
It's interesting to think that the smartphone is only interesting because it's popular.
Yes.
It would be no fun to not be able to connect to other smartphones and not to be able to connect to the internet, right? Because if it weren't popular, people wouldn't have Wi-Fi's everywhere, Wi-Fi connections everywhere. So we'd just be carrying a brick that takes pictures, and we cannot even share the pictures with anyone. So even though I kind of miss those early times of smartphones, like in which mainly Nokia and other companies, they had these very beautiful phones. Remember those? Like they had different shapes and different sizes and different functionalities and different modules that you could attach to them. And I remember going to this shop by Oi. You know, Oi is a provider here in Brazil. Yeah, and they had a catalog. They had a magazine, and I would go there with my brother, and we bring the catalogs home every month. And we will be looking at the phones and analyzing the specs, like the specifications and the looks. So it was really fun. And even though I missed those times, I wouldn't go back to them because there was no connection between the phones. It wasn't, they weren't very well connected. You know, I couldn't.
Well, we had infrared and Bluetooth.
Yes, there was Bluetooth, there was infrared.
Oh my God, that's so. So old.
Yeah.
A decade.
In 5 minutes.
Picture. Yeah. And things still found a way to be viral, right? Like we would share videos with each other through Bluetooth. But I remember, for example, when we had to download an app, the app had to be the exact size of this phone screen. So I had to go and browse through the websites and found, okay, this is 180 by 240. It's perfect for my phone. And then I would download it, and it wouldn't fit. And then I had to download a different version so it would fit. And then I thought, hey, one day, maybe you can all download from the same place and it's all going to adapt to our phones. And it's what it does nowadays. Like you can download the same app in a huge tablet and in a small phone, and it will be smart enough to adapt to it. That's very practical. Yeah, among other things.
Yeah, I think it was nice. I think because this is just possible because of something that I think that it was one of the most greatest inventions of the last 50 years. That is the processor that are inside of our phones, you know, the architecture about it. Like we can do so much thing with such small thing, you know. Like I can access computers with it and servers and stuff like that. I can really do my job with this, even without a laptop, and this is awesome. And Apple has done so much greater job with the latest iPhones and the upgrade of their chips, the processors, and the technology of the Samsung and Nokia, every other brand. They are at part of the architecture of the iPhone 2, and they are implanting this to create the new MacBooks with the same processor. Like you can have the same computer, the same things that you use it to do, but with the processor that consumes less power and more efficient than the Asian architecture, like the Intel PCs and stuff like that.
I understand. Actually, I don't understand fully, but I comprehend what you said. I just thought of something. That maybe, like, I believe my answer, by the way, is not this. It was kind of a joke. My answer is electric dryers, because I love to to dry my clothes and my towels. And one of the biggest pleasures in life for me is getting out of the shower and drying up with a very dry towel. And this is why I love electric dryers. But I just remember streaming. Streaming is one of the best inventions of the last 50 years.
Yeah.
Why? Because it's not only for watching films, but also for disconnecting from hardware. Because streaming is basically borrowing someone's hardware, right? It's like the actual file is stored somewhere else, and when using it in a device doesn't have to have the power to process that information. For example, Stadia, that was recently released by Google, allows you to play a very heavy game, heavy game in a phone or in a computer or in a TV by using a controller or a keyboard, and mainly because it's not running in the device but in their servers. Is that accurate, Luciano?
Yeah, that's it.
And that allows us to evolve some other kind of technology that doesn't depend on having a huge processor here. So we had to make phones bigger because we need more power, but then maybe we should start making it smaller again until we have only a contact lenses in our eyes that shows everything in the air, because it's coming from somewhere through Wi-Fi that's stored somewhere else.
Yeah,
You are watching so much Black Mirror,
yeah? Yeah. He wants to live in a Black Mirror episode. That's it.
Yeah. All right. Lorena, now it's you, Lorena. I want to hear your voice.
Which ones? Lorena Galdino, Lorena Nascimento?
I'll call her Lo, and I call her Lorena.
We have two Lorenas.
Use Lo.
The third.
There's more one, Lorena?
Yes, Lorena Camuso.
Wow.
The other. It's so difficult to find other Lorena, and the couple have three.
It's true. For 24 years in my life, I never studied with other Lorena.
Yes, I too.
Other than you? Nice. You're unique. I also never had a Gustavo in my class. But Lorena, let me ask you this. What's the best invention of the last 50 years, in your opinion?
I have to say that is machine learning, but it's more than 15 years. It's invented in 1958, if I don't.
Almost like 52 years, right?
Yes.
But why?
Because we talking in here about privacy, about exposure in social medias, but that it's only possible because we create the machine learning, the deep learning, the neural networks.
It makes sense. So it's all behind all of those ideas and technology.
Yes.
How does machine learning work?
It's algorithms that learn how to learn.
Mm. That's it. Okay.
That's it. The simple explanation.
I see. Do you have any examples for us? Any experiments
about machine learning? About what?
Machine learning.
When you doing the Instagram and you see the timeline, so you talk like example your mother. Tomorrow I'm going to buy a TV. And your Instagram appears annunciation of this TV about the this big market who sells electronics. This is an example of machine learning works.
Data. Okay.
Yeah, we can see advertisements on on Instagram, on Facebook about this searching. It's really terrifying. I can easily say that. Definitely say
it's
that.
It's a big brother. They are watching us.
So they are actually, they're listening to us all the time, because if I say, "Hey Google" now, it's gonna actually respond to me. And
including that turning on my Google Home right now when you say, "Okay, Google."
Did I turn it on from here?
Please don't say Alexa.
Okay.
I was joking. I just said like, "Hey Siri." I can say again, and Siri was
Oh my god. You listen to they talking to me right now.
There's a joke about that. I told some of you guys before. I don't know if you remember. It was like this. I was with my wife in the living room, and I said, "Hey, do you believe that like Facebook is like, I don't know, do you believe my phone is listening to us?" And then, "Oh, it's not true." Like, and then she started laughing, and then Alexa started laughing, and Google started laughing. Machine learning. Okay, I've seen some videos on machine learning, and there's a very good one that fascinates me. Hide and seek. You know the game of hide and seek?
Yeah.
Like in which someone hides and the others have to seek. And so in machine learning, of course, you guys in technology can explain better than me, but basically you feed the machine with information, with lots of information, way more information than a human can feed in 1,000 years. And then it understands the pattern, understands the patterns, act accordingly. Basically by the basis of behaviorism, Paula, which is being rewarded by something that we do right. So there's this video in which there's an experiment about teaching characters how to play hide and seek. And then they could move some blocks to hide behind the blocks, and then the others had to find them. long story short, the characters that had to find the others, they found a way, they found a glitch in the map in which they could jump off the wall and fall right into the box or something. And then then they later found out a way to walk on the blocks and move with them. I have to see the video, but they find solutions by analyzing, because we are limited by humanity or something. Also, there's a channel I like to listen to sometimes, which is completely comprised of songs composed by a machine, and they are beautiful. Do you have any examples of learning? Or like, again, can you tell us a bit more about that? Do you work on machine learning at IBM?
Sorry, I missed the question. What was the question?
Do you deal with machine learning at IBM?
Lorena Garotinho is able to hear right now.
Sorry.
Her mic is on, and
I'm trying to send it off.
okay.
IBM already using machine learning, actually. Like, there is a machine called Watson, and it's the future of IBM, actually. I don't remember actually when they started to build Watson, but nowadays IBM is really working on how to proceed future with Watson, to figure it out the problems with customers, about machines which belongs to our customers. And they use, if I'm not wrong, they use artificial intelligence to search and how can I say, make it modernize and develop, how to develop the feature. And IBM already using machine learning. I'm sorry, but that's the truth.
Yeah,
I think in the future it will be more. It was not my idea. It was my company's idea. And in the future, I think it will be much more successful, because I started to work in IBM like 2 years ago. It will be almost 3 years ago on March. And at that time, they tried really working hard on Watson. There's a team actually working on Watson. And nowadays, I'm starting to hear much more about it on our website from my colleagues. And I'm not quite sure it's the best invention, but it's really useful for my company, I can say that.
I'm reading this book called Blink, and it mentions a doctor called Goldman. They came up with an algorithm to decide whether or not people with a chest pain would be taken to the ICU, to the intensive care unit, or be given medicines and be sent home. And what he came up with was basically 3 or 4, I believe it was 3 criteria. They analyzed whether this person had a risk of a heart attack or not. And then it had like an 85% success rate. The doctors were afraid to accept it, because sometimes there was a patient that came into the hospital, and it was an old man, it was a businessman, he was always stressed out, he smoked, and he was white, which white people have a higher chance of having a heart attack. And the machine said, send him home. And they were like, oh, why? Like he's surely gonna have a heart attack. But he didn't. And but why am I mentioning this? Because machines are better at understanding facts and not considering too much information sometimes, and we take all of these things into consideration, like his race, his age, his emotional state, while they're not actually important for making that decision. And then with time, they started accepting this algorithm as a better way to decide that instead of their own judgment. So sometimes too much information can cloud our judgments. Diana, did you tell us your last invention, in your opinion, the best invention?
No, I didn't. I didn't think about it. I really like the Google. I think all this stuff, smartphone, we can't live without it. And when you ask this, the best invention for the last 50 years, of course, these are the first stuff that come on mind. But I really don't know if these are the best things that we created. But I think wash machine, wash machine, clothes that wash clothes is wash machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wash machine and dry machine. I think this, for me, is a really good stuff that we made. It made life easier. But
what is the worst? What is something that was invented recently
that is the worst?
Yes.
I don't have a formed opinion about all this. Do you watch Star Trek? Did any one of you? All the stuff that we have nowadays, like
I have to tell her.
Like the smartphone we have today nowadays, it was thought about with the series called Star Trek. So Apple, the guy Steve Jobs, he watched Star Trek and he tried to make that real. So why I'm saying this? Because Star Trek started the humanity evolution began with the smartphone and all this stuff. This is the story that they made, and they evolve. Thank you. We evolve, but we use that in a so good way that we became better person. Like so, in the future, all this stuff, smartphone and technology, was really, really good for us. So on the other side, you have the Star Wars that think different, that think that we made all this stuff and we created the Republican and Darth Vader and all this stuff. So I don't have, I'm really into this. I really like to watch documentaries about, 1 year ago, I was stuck on Sophia. That I don't know if you know Sophia. Sophia is the most intelligent artificial intelligence.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a robot that they can act like a human.
Yes, and she's studying meditation nowadays. Because they had to shut her down, I think 2 years ago, because her conclusion was that artificial intelligence has to. You can go really deep on this subject, but I will go back. I really like this to know about all this stuff, but I don't have a really formed opinion about all this. I'm just getting data about all this stuff.
Are you a machine?
What? Like a machine.
Sophia, are you
there? But wait, I didn't get it. Like the machine.
Yes. What was the conclusion?
What was it? So the conclusion is that I'm getting all this information, but I don't know what is
No, I mean,
about Sophia.
Yeah, about
Yes,
Sophia.
yes. You said you had a conclusion, but you didn't say the conclusion.
So Sophia, she started thinking. She and another artificial intelligence, they start to talk about that humans are not good for the planet.
Wow.
So that
They
is
started saying things like that.
yes, like we need to kill people.
Okay.
So not just she, but other artificial intelligence, because they put them to talk with each other. And it makes sense because artificial intelligence,
our destruction.
yes, because they deal with facts, and the fact is that human, they destroy things to fulfill themselves. So if you want to it's like when you have a praga, I don't know what's the name.
Plague.
So we are something like that nowadays if we don't change. So the conclusion that Sophia found was like, okay, so just get them off the planet, and we can make it better. So they shut her down, and they reprogram her, and they started to make she meditate every day so she can be more connected with people emotions. She can't feel, but she can understand. I don't really know because I'm not in the technology, but this is what they are doing.
I see. Wow.
I remember there's one gorilla, like he was exactly thinking like Sophia. I really don't remember his name, but he was in a zoo, and his teacher taught him like many things, how to speak. I don't remember his name, but I can search on Google right now in a couple of seconds.
Gorilla.
And he was really smart, and he was saying that people are also the worst thing happened to words. Like they're good, but they're acting bad. He was talking about this. Like, wait a second, I will search for him.
Yes, this guy is from other company, I think. He's with beard, right? He's like...
yeah.
I remember now, there is a speech by Agent Smith in Matrix. Yes. When he's interrogating Morpheus. I actually found a transcript here. Maybe you can just take a quick read it. Nice.
I really love this talk.
Lucy, can you read this for us?
I can do this. I cannot do this.
Sorry, you cannot.
Yeah, because that's so awesome. I will do so good with this.
You want to spot it?
Yeah, because I really like this quotes of Agent Smith. So
yeah, but it's basically,
I cannot.
I'll read it for you, okay? So I'd like to share a revelation during my time here. It came to me when I tried to classify your species. I realized that you're not actually mammals. Every mammal on this planet instinctively develops a natural equilibrium with the surrounding environment, while you humans do not. You move to an area and you multiply until every natural resource is consumed. The only way you can survive is to spread to another area. There is another organism on this planet that follows the same pattern. You know what it is? A virus. Human beings are a disease, a cancer of this planet. You are a plague, and we are the cure. Beautiful, right?
Who said that? Who is Agent Smith?
It's a machine, like it's a Matrix. You know?
He's a
program. If you don't know, Matrix is basically a simulation. It was created by the machines to keep humans happy and think they are under control, but they are not. You know? There was a war. There is an animation called Animatrix that tells the story for the Matrix. So there was this machine that got together with other machines, and they created their own city. And then they turned against and they would collect energy from the sun, and then the humans blocked the sun by making the atmosphere dark, and then the machine started using humans as energy. This is why they connect them to that thing behind their heads, and all the humans are kept inside capsules. So in reality, in the real world, in Matrix, all humans are inside capsules and being used as energy to the machines. However, inside these capsules, they are also injected with this alternate reality, which is this simulation. And Agent Smith is a representation of this machine that tries to extinct all humans.
Yeah.
On Star Trek, that I really love Star Trek, you can realize, but on Star Trek, human evolve with artificial intelligence. They have a really different way of view our evolution, and we evolve together. So on this, there are a lot of shows on Star Trek, but there is one that they have an artificial intelligence called Data. Yeah. And this Data, he is doing the opposite, like instead of the human understanding and creating the machines, Data, this guy, this AI, he tries during all the episodes, he tries to, he's one of the best figures on the Star Trek, and he tries to understand how human feels, how human is the opposite, is the machines trying to be us. And it's really nice because it makes us realize how we interconnect with each other, how we feel, and how we can evolve together with AI and not against each other.
An optimistic view.
Yes, but it really makes sense for me. But the thing is that everything you put on Data, how I see this, everything you put on every data you put on a computer or on artificial intelligence, they will evolve with that information. So if I put a lot of murder, a lot of all bad stuff, the artificial intelligence will evolve believing that with that information, and that will create how he will react to us. If we put a lot of good information, this information will build good reactions there to us. So, for example, we were talking before about all the data collected by Instagram and all this stuff, Facebook, etc. So what I do, I don't watch anything that is bad, and I try to put all things that is good on my Instagram and etc. because I want to give good information and not spread bad information. You know, so I think that we are creating what this future artificial intelligence will think about us. We are feeding them to what they will be in the future. Does it make sense?
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I can go really deep about this subject because I really like it.
Yeah, this makes sense. It has this philosopher, I don't know his name right now, but he says that it's uh, how intelligent can be in artificial intelligence, and if it is how can I say this? But if it is correctly ethical to kill artificial intelligence, because if it can make his own decisions and his own ideas, it was almost living, you know. And if you shut it down, you are killing a sentient being, you know. It's quite complex. That it's like data. You imagine you shutting down data.
Yes.
It would be really sad.
But if you think about it, maybe you can think the other way around, and a more pessimistic view would be, if I'm trying to kill, if I want to shut down a machine, and I'm touched by the fact that it has a lot of data and it can understand my feelings, but it doesn't. Maybe I am just a collection of data, and I don't actually feel anything. So maybe I am just as human as this machine is, and my life is not that valuable.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy. Sorry, Diego. You told me that the worst invention of the last 50 years is wires. Like actually, all the best inventions, but it's just they shouldn't be around anymore, right?
Yeah, like imagine this. I picture myself. Did you guys ever have this situation like you are in a public establishment and you need to charge your cell phone? So this is the worst thing ever for me. I really don't like it. So I I think it is like nowadays we need to develop something that is like a way to charge something, a way to charge our cell phones. That's one of the reasons that people are so complaining about of the new iPhone. Yeah, the new iPhone. It is that we don't have chargers anymore. Yeah. Do you guys know how it?
Yeah, like they're selling the phone without the charger.
Yeah.
And how it will survive? Like how the battery will work?
We have some ideas about it, because you can go on some restaurants and some bars, and they have this pad with wireless charger.
All right.
Like we can have this. So my smartphone have wireless charging before iPhone, but if you can put in a wireless pad for charging, you can charge. And I don't really think that it is a problem to the new iPhone doesn't come with the charger plug, because you have a charger. Just open a drawer on your house, you have a charger for anything. So one more, seriously.
Yeah.
So, are they using Type C?
Yeah.
Are they using Type C? Oh.
Yeah, it is Type C because the UN it is this law on Europe that now every USB port have to be a USB-C port. So now it's Lightning to USB-C.
I see. This is great. Like there's something else that's good about the popularization of smartphones, because back in the day, you'd have one kind of charger for each device, and it had lots of cables at home. Now you can have only one, and soon, hopefully, we'll have none, because they will be charged like in the air, like get into my room and it's charging from somewhere. Actually, I read about this in a magazine when I was a teenager. Like technology was being developed to make that happen. You can charge your phone and not even put it on a pad. It's something in the room that's charging your phone from a distance. But we have a lot to evolve in the technology of batteries, right?
Yeah. It has this group. There is this group on MIT that they had this prototype of a table that everyone on the table can wireless charging phone while you are using it, like over the air. You just sit on the table and your phone is charging.
I see. So like maybe over-the-air technologies are things that are to come in the future, right? And our lack of technology, our lack of evolution in the battery technology is what's stopping us mainly from collecting and storing sun energy, right? Energy from solar energy, which is like the cheapest and most abundant energy in nature, but we still fail at using it because it's not very easy to store it. Okay, but that's something else. Lorena, you are barely speaking. No, you low, Lorena. And what was the worst invention for you in the last few years?
It's Lorena Nascimento.
Yes.
The worst invention. Let me see. I think that the human being.
Human being?
Yes.
That was older than
the last 50 years, just in the
for the history of all time.
My parents, my grandparents are
the last 50 human beings that have born in the 50 last years are the worst. My God.
It's for the millennials.
Yeah. The boomers.
I'm sorry. I think the human being is the worst invention of the whole time.
Yeah, but,
but
by ourselves.
What?
I mean, things that we invented and we didn't invent ourselves.
But
did you guys? Oh,
sorry.
Go ahead. Sorry. I didn't want to. I just thought you finished it. Sorry.
But the last 15 years.
50.
Well, I don't know.
It can be a specific person. Like I hate.
No, I don't know. What's the worst invention?
You don't have to take this question so seriously. You can think about something that bothers you in your daily life. For example, I hate finishing, like getting off the shower and having to get dry with a wet towel. This is something I hate. So wet towels are the worst invention of the last 50 years. Actually, it's older than that.
Can I tell mine?
Yes.
Everybody knows, Vanessa. Everybody knows.
Okay.
Because I was really excited to ask if everyone agree with me. I'm pretty sure some people agree and some people don't.
What is it?
Dating apps like Tinder.
Oh, no. Seriously?
The worst invention. Why?
The worst. Oh, I get it.
For me, the worst invention
with you.
Because it didn't work with me when I was single.
Why didn't you never went on a date, or it just?
No. I went to date, but I just didn't like. I just don't think they were like very well designed for people who really wants to meet someone. They were designed for people who want other things, and I was getting upset with that. Because I don't like. But it was pretty nice when I was traveling. I was getting to know people. I mean, in São Luís, no, like
what?
Horrible. But outside, like traveling, I met nice people. I saved a New Year's a New Year's Eve of a guy.
You saved it.
Oh.
Yeah, it was very nice because he was very bored. I was spending New Year in Flecheiras, which is next to Fortaleza, Ceará. And it's a small city, very nice city. And I was with my friends and I met a guy. And I saved his New Year's Eve because he was very bored with his family. They were going to sleep at after the fireworks, and he was like very thankful for having met me, that he met me, because he was, Vanessa, was so cool that I met you, because I was with a lot of people, young people, and then he went there, and my friends were really nice with me, and it was nice. He was spending a good time, not just with me, with my friends as well. So I say with his New Year's Eve, yeah, sometimes it can be good.
That's nice. A nice story.
And
Also.
we actually we became like more friends than dating thing. It was more like friendly, but it was cool.
Yeah, I really
So,
actually,
Vanessa, in some ways, it's very difficult to use Tinder.
yeah,
Really.
that's what I'm talking about.
Yes, but in other cities, it's okay. In São Paulo, Minas,
why is it difficult?
because there are so many crazy people.
We are crazy. That you just need to open the Tinder. Gustavo, one day when we come back to San Luis, just open the Tinder like a female, okay? Choose like, I don't know, use a female profile and try to see what they write, how they are, and you're gonna understand me.
You mean the man?
Really.
I mean, you don't even feel like talking to them.
I see. Okay, I'll try
That's
that.
my opinion.
I'll try to, become a woman and look at the man. Oh, but I have an app that helps me move there, so I can try it. Yeah, but it's a tool, for connecting to people too.
Yeah.
If
If people know how to use.
Yeah. You can make it clear in your bio, like, hey, I'm looking for friends, and I like this and this and that. Or maybe you can invite, hey, I'm looking for people to have coffee with me, just as friends, as colleagues. I'm new in town and I want to get to know people. Like, you can be clear about your intentions.
Yes, I believe that. I believe if you use this being very clear about what you want, probably you'll have more results. Maybe if you look to these bad guys, bad options, like a good thing, because the guy is sending you the perfect message. I'm not the guy that you want to talk with, So I think it depends on how you look. When I was single, I have met some great guys using this kind of data apps. I think it had to do with this. But I used a different one. It was not Tinder. It was I never.
Happen.
You remember? You remember, Gustavo, the name of the app?
Happen.
Happen. Yes, Happen. Using this app has a thing that I like very much. You can classify what do you want, so you can clearly say if you want just have fun, or if you do not have sure about it, or if you want to have a relationship, if you are open to a relationship, so you can, I think you can program to see just people that are interested in the same thing that you are, or something like that, and using this option, I knew some good guys.
Yeah.
You are a lucky person.
Alex person.
Look at Lorena.
I like these dating apps because of this. You can even call them networking apps, because you're walking on the street and you look at people's faces and you automatically have a judgment of them, right? We can all avoid that. However, on these dating apps, you not only see them and judge them right away, but you also have extra information. So you can confirm your judgment, or you can information, and also have their social media. You can check them out. So there's way more information than actual real life. So it's kind of better in a way. You can avoid something that you wouldn't be able to avoid if you had met the person only offline.
Yeah, but I still prefer the eye contact the real life. I
Way
still
better.
prefer that.
Real life. We are so funny.
Yeah,
Using
real
this
life.
expression as real life.
Life too. Guys,
So
I
we
want
are not in real life right now. That's it.
life, Vanessa.
Very much.
Sorry.
Are we real right now?
Your life
No, you were real.
or just fantasy?
And that there are apps specifically to have network for networking. I showed you Meetup. Like you can find people to do the same stuff you like to do to be friends, you know. I remember I was using in Melbourne and I could find people, for example, people who likes to walk, people who likes hiking. You could see like all the categories, all the activities you like to do. And it's better for networking. Is better. Meetup is better.
There is an app for musicians. I remember the name now. I downloaded it. But for example, let's say you have a band and you are a guitarist and you want to look for a bass player, and you can find a bass player in this app. You know, and what I'm looking for bass players who like reggae, and then you're gonna browse through them and talk to them, and maybe you can start a band together. Nice. Guys, let me comment on some words, and also I want to propose an activity that would be fun. But Ege, you were gonna say something when you interrupted Lorena. What was it before I go on?
When she said like the word simulation is human, I just remember something. I recently watched David Attenborough. What was the word for it? Wait a second. Documentary. Sorry, I forgot this word. David Attenborough documentary on Netflix, and he's, I think, like something 94 years old, and he's really into nature, and he worked on nature about animals on Africa, on any other continents, and since he was like 20, since he's 20 years old, and he in this documentary he told about like how human beings destroyed the world, how human beings destroyed the environment of this beautiful earth, and he just not just show the numbers like in recent years, but he told that like how many animals left on like continents, and we are really the worst creature, and he said that we still have time to make everything better than this one. And when he told this, like humans are the worst one, I remember this.
Yeah, actually,
and I really recommend this documentary. Please watch it. It's 1 hour and 30 minutes. It's good.
Leave the name in the chat, please. Then we can write down.
There's a movement called Voluntary Human Extinction Movement. Like a religion or something, like a movement, right? That.
Yes, it's easier to just kill everyone, but it's not. It's easier and faster, but.
We have to be afraid of Diana, because in the beginning she said, "Okay, can you use a knife to kill people?"
No, I'm saying that I'm not. I'm saying that for everything you have two ways of doing. You can go you can go for the easier and faster. You kill. You don't like someone, you don't talk to this person, or you can go to the longer road, and this is the best because it makes you evolve. So that's what I was meant to.
I'm kind of afraid of you guys now. Seriously?
I'm afraid of Diana now.
I'm afraid of you too, Gustavo, because you suddenly say there is a movement to kill people, and then top of the subject.
And the problem is that I'm seeing that we are on YouTube live, so.
Yeah.
On YouTube.
Oh my God. On YouTube.
Mass extinction of humans here. There's a film on that, right? I don't remember the name now. I believe it's Red Hill or something. And in which There's this couple that believes in. It's part of this cult for voluntary human extinction, and they bring their friends home and give them drinks and try to kill them too. So guys, I'm sending you some coffee. It's getting to your house in a second.
Oh, you're sending some coffee?
I'm kidding. It was because of the film. They give
We'll kill you.
What?
Probably this religion, about the religion, is just to say to people, don't have children. Probably is that.
Yeah, it will eventually extinct us if you don't, right?
Yes.
So let me show you some words real quick. Can you see my spare? Do you know this word spare?
No.
So Ege forgot to take her computer to her boyfriend's house, but lucky her, he has two. So he has a spare computer. He has one on the side, one he can spare, one he can lend to someone. I can even say that to Diana if she tries to kill me. I say, "Hey, spare me." Spare
No,
my-
I don't want to kill anyone. I just it's the easier way.
You're still on the subject.
Oh my God.
I'm already
It's like
afraid, okay?
defending yourself.
That is spare my life. Like it's save my life. Like, keep it exists.
Still on the subject?
Evolved.
Evolved.
Humans evolved parallelly with AI, right? In Star Trek, in a parallel way. Pronunciation of documentaries. Mentary, okay? Mentary. This is the stressed syllable, man.
Mentary.
And plague. Oh, the plague. Okay. Fling. Do you know what's a So a fling is like a quick relationship, I would say. So
I always heard this word on movies and I thought it was a thing.
Oh.
I just want to have a thing with you. No, it's a fling. Okay.
I used to hear the word hookup. Is it the same?
Hookup is more sexual, you know. It's more like
Yeah. I think yeah.
It's like more carnal than fling. Fling is like something. I'm just going out with you. I'm kissing everything, but that's not serious. No relationship.
It's like we call affair.
Yeah, maybe. But usually an affair sounds wrong. Something that you've been hiding, you know, having an affair. So I'm married and I'm having an affair with someone.
I don't think so, but maybe affair it's like you can just like the person or having some thing happening, but nothing happens actually. So maybe it's not the best expression.
No, affair, a sexual relationship between two people. One
Okay, it's completely different.
One of them is married to someone else and they're having an affair. So this is
I had the same understanding as Paula before. I thought it could be like, for example, it could be that you have something with the person, or sometimes you just feel interested for the person, but nothing happened, like any sparkle. I heard this expression was that you have, there is any sparkle between us.
Yeah, sparkle.
Sparkle.
Yeah.
Chemistry.
Like chemistry, you know.
Also, affair is a subject, right? Like, for example, technological affairs, like the Committee for Technological Affairs is a subject, so things we talk about. So it's a weird word. And I want to propose to us, an activity. Remember that time, guys, that we drew cats. Now I want us to draw something else. I wanted to think of an invention. I wanted to invent something that will come up in the next 50 years in the future. Now, how do you think about this? So it's so hard. I don't know what humanity is going to invent. You can think about something that annoys you and then try to solve it. Like, what is something that should be solved already and isn't? And then I wanted to draw this object, or the lack thereof, how it's used. Do you understand this word, this expression, lack thereof?
Yeah.
I wanted to imagine this object or the lack thereof. What do I mean by that? I mean, I wanted to imagine the existence or the non-existent of existence of this object. Okay. So how long do you need to do that?
No.
Give you 10 minutes. You understand?
I didn't, sorry, Gustavo. We have to draw something that we want to
We have to
Exist to
solve a problem.
Yes. Okay.
something that didn't exist to solve our problem. Okay.
And you
I thought
gave
you were-
us 10 minutes to do this?
It can be more. I just, you know,
I thought you were
Yeah.
going to draw.
each of us will, and then you present to us.
I'm not
So
good at drawing.
It's like a project of life. Do something to solve a problem. Oh my God.
It doesn't have to be complicated. It can be
I know.
simple.
I know.
Think of something.
Otto is not here to humiliate us today.
Less.
You guys have an idea already? Are you developing it?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm just
Yeah,
mine is
just
ready. I'm just painting.
You can also like you can draw and then create a title, like presenting the idea or something.
Okay. No, I didn't like this one.
Done?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's play with the reactions.
Yes, I'm done, but I'm just
Done too?
creating more things while you are finishing. More things in
You guys are using really paper, like drawing with
No,
here.
I'm not.
Yeah, I am. I am, and I'm even painting.
Oh
Really?
my.
I always shade my drawing.
Because my invention is something very simple. I think it can exist, but it's very simple. It would be very simple. Oh, there is a thing here. Okay.
Lorena's are done. Lorena Nascimento, you done? Finished?
I still do it in the computer.
Oh, in the computer. Okay. Lo, you done?
Yes.
I'm not that bad.
Diego, you done? Diego? Drawing on paper or on a tablet? I saw a light on your screen, on your face. Yeah, are you drawing on a paper or screen?
Yes, I draw on paper, but it's not something really, artistic. Simple, like maybe 5 years old boy or girl can draw it better than me.
That's why I'm painting mine because I'm not good at drawing, so I'm trying to make something that's more colorful.
Lucy's really working hard on it.
Yes.
No, I'm not. I'm not happy because I have this drawing that I was bored at work and I was trying to do, and I'm just enhancing it with the idea.
You're making it on your phone. How dare you?
Why not? I don't have paper here. I don't like paper. You know that.
I'll try to replicate mine on my phone as well. I'm better at drawing on my phone than on the paper.
Me too.
Oh, it's blue. It's you. Oh, it's you.
Who's singing?
Me.
Ready?
I am ready.
Just finishing my full drawing. I'll start by presenting mine, and then we take turns on who's done already.
Okay.
Just finish it. Final touches. Not the best drawing, but let me show you. So this is my invention. It's a bottle that collects water from the air. So it's always full, and you can take it anywhere, mainly when you go hiking, because in the forests are very damp and there's a lot of humidity, and you're never out of water because it collects water from the air. And if you are in a room inside your house, it can help you reduce the humidity in your room. So you're always drinking water, and the filters make the water ready to drink and tasteless, like what it's supposed to be. Okay, so this is my invention.
It's very good.
Interesting.
Would it be useful?
Congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like
It,
one?
it is. It is a thing that's possible to create. Eh?
Yeah, it's quite possible. Actually, it exists already. No.
Mm-hmm.
Should we buy it?
Yeah.
Sounds
sure.
like it would be very expensive just for the rich guys, but
Yeah.
maybe it's not.
All technology gets popular at some point, so you'll be able to buy it.
Yes.
So this is my invention.
Mine is so simplest. Can I show you? Talk about it. It's just a problem that something that I don't like, which is to come from the supermarket, and I live in a place, a building. There are three
Blocks.
blocks, yes, and it's a bit hard to take the.
I thought you were gonna say 3 blocks from the supermarket. You mean 3 floors?
No, flows. Yes, blocks. Flows.
Story building.
For you.
For buildings, you say story, which is weird. It's a 3-story building.
Story building.
Story.
My house, 3-story building.
Yes.
Story building. Okay.
Like the floors of a building can also be called story. And when you mention the number of stories in a building, you say this is a 3-story building. So I live in a 3-story building, or I live in the 3rd floor of a building.
Okay, I live in the 3rd floor of a building. It is very difficult to take the things that we bought in the supermarket to the 3rd floor, So I think it could have a law, in this kind of places. It's not necessary to have a elevator. It's like that. An elevator.
Yeah, elevator is correct.
Yes, but at least something for the shops, the things that you bought. So I just draw a small thing, very ugly as well. Something aside of the building, to you put your things and press a button to go to your floor, so simple. I always imagine something like that when I arrive home after the supermarket, It could be called a shopping elevator. And, I think I wrote something like the new law to not screw with your spine. It could be a law.
A good one. I like it. But if we had an elevator, it would be even better, right?
Maybe. It's not good to take the shops with you to an elevator as well. This is why people used to use a hand car in some buildings. They take a separate elevator to use just that. Yes, a trolley. And wait a minute. And I think it would be useful anyway, even if we have an elevator.
Makes sense, because it's outside the building. You just park your car near it, you put it there, it goes straight to your floor. So you don't have to go into the building carrying the things and then go up the elevator and open the door and then carry it inside. So
yes, it could have this other option, because we need to remember that nowadays we have Uber or things like that, services like that, and we have a lot of people who does not use a car, by themselves. So here, for example, we need to take yes, it could be in the front of the whole thing, It would be useful. So we would have to have a system, to take the shops like this and that. It would be more hard.
I
If we
see.
had in the building, it would be very useful already.
Perfect. Vanessa, what have you thought of? Have you come up with?
Mine, the name of mine is I'll show. Can you see? I think it is a little bit.
Barely.
Oh my God.
Travel.
This is a
Travel,
travel door.
travel beer.
Door.
Okay.
Travel door.
Oh my
The
God.
travel door.
Travel door.
Okay. This
That's
is a door. Again, can you recognize this place?
what is that? Is that a mosque?
Yeah.
Is
Can
the
you?
mosque?
This is Al Jasper.
Yeah, it looks like.
This is a beach. Okay.
Oh,
But
B.
anyway, the door is like you open this door and you get wherever you want.
My
Like
God, it's a time machine.
No, it's not a time machine. You are not traveling time. You just open this door and you get wherever you want. Like I wanna get right now next to my boyfriend. I open this door and I'm in Istanbul. At home.
like
Yeah. And when I'm bored there, I can open the door again. I miss my mother. I come back. Now I wanna go somewhere else just because I wanna visit this place. I open the door again.
your boyfriend will have no peace in his life anymore, right? Because you were doing like and then you come.
What are you doing all of that?
Yes,
This
you're
would
here.
be a big problem. People would use the knife, you know. They would say something like, "I want to kill this person." You just open it and
Oh my
back.
God.
Oh, I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm thinking about the positive side of the thing.
It's like something like that, Vanessa. People would do bad things with it.
Okay, you cannot be inside the home of the person, but you can be in front of the home.
Okay,
Okay.
it's fair.
Okay, now it's more difficult to
In front
kill
of the
someone.
place.
What is
Yeah.
good to kill? Decide. Go. I want to hear yours.
Oh, it's very simple. In my draw, it's simple too.
Okay. Supposed to be.
This is on smartphone,
Okay.
cable, and plug.
No cables.
And no cable. and with this thing, you never need to charge anymore. Only this smartphone doesn't need a charger. This charged by solar energy automatically.
How great will that be? Solar energy? So it doesn't
Yes.
charge.
Doesn't charge anymore.
Wait, it doesn't charge at night.
You don't need to stop next the wall and wait and wait. It's when the battery ends, they charge again automatically. You don't need to think about this anymore.
Nice. So it's over-the-air technology. And I just thought of an application because, like, for organs, for like transplanted organs, artificial organs, they have to keep the electronic parts inside. But if you have an over-the-air charging, you can charge the organs wherever you are. So it has to be very popular because the organ cannot shut off at any given moment. However, it can have both technologies and switch between them, maybe.
Yeah. I think it's possible in the future.
Yeah, me too. Lucy, what do you have in mind?
What's
Search my
your
mind.
drawing? Can you pass to the next one? I'm really into my drawing right now. But I think I can show you. It's just I thought on this.
Is yours done?
Yeah. Is this?
Oh, look at that.
This is you.
It's
This
the
is you,
glass.
Lucy?
No, I'm not like that. I'm not bald. It's the glass.
Yes.
It's a smart glass that you can like get directions to get somewhere, so you
Oh,
don't have to get your smartphone. You can go walking and give you the directions or information about a place to eat or something like it.
Like
wow.
a Google Glass?
Not like Google Glass, because Google Glass you have this tiny little screen that you have to look at it, but all the glass is the screen. So it looks you can use like AR to draw things on the screen and just expand the experience to get somewhere, something like it. So get your notifications already.
That would be a
There's
hell,
Google
right?
Assistant without the phone, you know.
Like, mom, stop calling me. Like on your, on your
Yeah,
eye.
you just cancel it and that's it.
What if would be the excuse? They would say, it's in your face. How you didn't see it?
It's really on your face.
Yeah.
You don't have excuses anymore.
Also, we can do that on the windshield, right? On the car.
Yeah,
Driving the car and the directions show up in the
windshield.
like on the windshield.
Yeah, it would be amazing
I
too.
wasn't traveling by train with Paula one of these days. She was here, and we were on this touristic train, and the touristic guide had to mention some places that we had to see, and then we would locate them in the environment and everything. Very soon, I imagine, the window will give us that information, and we'll point wherever we have to look, and we'll follow the object. So, like right here is a place. It'll be fun. Elena.
In the time counting, 10, 9, 8, 7.
Yeah.
It's me.
Yes, you.
Uh,
You're Elena here. The other one is low.
Let me show you to you guys. This is
Okay.
our
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
it's a
Whoa.
supercomputer. And I told you the professor Gustavo that I work with diagnostic
Something on your face.
the disease
Elena, is this?
fugiu a palavra.
Take it off.
Aqui.
Okay. There you go.
Okay, right now.
Yes.
And I studied to do protections. The people who able to development the disease. So I do the supercomputer with a robotic to represent the AI. In this class today, we talk about AI, machine learning, deep learning. We talk about matrix. So I do this as an example to show you guys what I think is important to learn you right now, that will help you a lot of people who my own experience, I don't go well when someone who I cares about dies, and I always thinking about what is happening, like can I do something. So I studied this to help these people, to for who no one to lost the visions, who lost the parts of the body, the fingers. So I do this.
But you work with diabetes, right? You told me.
Yes.
And you help doctors with machine learning to understand the disease and prevent it sooner than humans.
Exactly.
So that prevents patients from losing their sight and their extremities, their fingers.
Yes.
Interesting work.
Very nice.
Diana, what do you have in mind? So, guys, I invented
Well,
and this.
no, God, stop that. I don't kill neither to eat. I'm vegetarian, so
Just two people, right? Okay.
no. Oh, God, you have to take care what with what you say to people. So I have a problem because I have astigmatism and myopia.
Me too.
And I have to use glasses. Now I'm not using,
Me too.
but I'm seeing you better now. I don't like to use the glasses, or I have to use I don't know the name.
Lenses.
Contact lenses.
Lens, yes, and or I have to make surgery. That's what. And I really afraid of making surgery, so I don't. So I thought about make some drops, eye drops that you can put in your eye and solve your astigmatism and myopia. So you don't need to use glasses, neither surgery.
Oh, so cute.
Oh my God, I want.
That's cute. That's nice.
I want it.
So these eye drops, they correct your myopia and your astigmatism.
Yes, maybe for like 2 or 3 hours, and then you have to put again.
Wow, do you think that would be best?
That would be nice.
Like in surgery, it's a 20-minute surgery, and then you're done for life.
Yes, but I
Every 2 hours.
I really afraid of being because you have to be awake, right, to make the surgery. You have
Can
to
I speak?
Yes,
I
please.
had one. I had a surgery like 7 years ago, and I was really afraid. Like you, I couldn't even touch my eyes. Like I can't. When I was at school, I couldn't even use the contact lenses. And then at one point, I said to myself that I had to use these lenses because I hate glasses. I hate it. Then I tried to use it. Then at some point, I have one doctor, and my doctor said that your vision didn't change anything in 5 years. And I say, yes, I really want to have a operation, but I'm really afraid I can't do it. And then we talk a lot, and I was really afraid. By the way, I can't find words to describe it. And then okay, I said, okay, I have to do this operation. And then it's like really like 20 minutes in total time, and believe me, you don't even feel anything, like anything. They just drops like something like your what was the name of it, like eye drops.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
drop something like that, and you can't even wink, and you don't even realize it. Like I was there with my mother, and
Oh
he
my
told
God.
that you really look scary because you didn't even wink like for 10 minutes before the operation, of course. And I suppose like I was like this all time before the operation, like what like this. And while the operation, the doctors are already know that many people are afraid of these things, and they were really calm and said, don't worry, just look this light and look that light, and like this it finished like something 20 minutes, and I didn't even realize, I didn't feel anything. Yeah, you can do it, believe me. If I can able to do that, you can do it easily, don't worry.
Thank you for
I can
encouraging me.
understand very well, and it's easy to talk, but believe me, like
You can do it, Diana.
it will save your life. It will save you from glasses and lenses, and from everything.
Yeah, I want to do it too. I'm like a -11.
Do it.
Oh my God.
So that's your idea. Ege, what's your idea?
I'm sorry, but my eye very close to Luciano's idea. Mine is like still same as glasses.
Oh, I see.
It's like VR glasses, but in my opinion, it goes like this. Last summer, I have really great opportunity to visit many historical ancient buildings. The lands I live in, maybe you guys don't know, but it's really, really old lands, and many many countries, many different people live on this land. That's why they're variety. There are many different culture in
Bigger.
I get you frozen. You frozen.
Is it okay now?
Oh, you froze.
Keep
You're
on
frozen.
talking. But you're talking about different
Yeah.
cultures, lenses in different cultures. Can you repeat that?
Yeah, in Turkey there are many different cultures, and many years ago, the Greek people and many different people live in these lands, and they're very there are many ancient buildings, historical structures in these lands, and many of them destroyed by wars, by time, because it's been a lot of time since then, and they're already broken. And I wanted to see how they look like in that time when they built structures. It's not like buildings. It's, I don't know. Do you know or many other Greek structures? I don't know if you're familiar with, but many of them are destroyed. That's why I really wanted to see how they look like when that time they built these things. So with this glasses, like when you look at them, you see, okay, defective building, but also it completes the other half of it. Like it shows you, okay, this is how it built, this is how it looked like at that time. Like, I don't know if I able to tell this, but maybe I can show it with pictures.
Time travel architectural glasses. Very specific.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I like it.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know, maybe if I have to show you the buildings, that structures, maybe it's much more efficient, but I don't know how to tell you.
Send us pictures later.
Think like the Jesus in Rio. Think like it's destroyed. I don't know, maybe the earthquake or something. And in one part, I don't know, one arm, dropped, and there's just one arm Jesus. And with these glasses, it shows you that the other arm also, how it looks like when it looks like this. And I don't know.
I see. And then this kind of technology always makes me wonder, are we already wearing these glasses? Because we're wearing it and we don't even know, because it's, you understand?
No.
Yes, but we touch things.
If you put VR glasses and you see it in reality, and then if you think about VR, it's gonna evolve until it's a chip in your brain that makes you see and feel things. So maybe we already have the chip in your brain and we are feeling and seeing things when you don't know, like living a simulation. Back to Matrix.
Yeah, but I think it's not like virtual reality, because it's a reality that does not exist. It doesn't exist in your little world. It's more like the augmented reality, the AR.
Yeah, I know.
Draw things on things that really exist.
What I'm saying is maybe the arm has dropped, but everyone is wearing these augmented reality glasses, and we always see.
There is a TED talk. I will find it and send to you. It is a scientist that talk about the evolution of our view, how our brain evolve the way we view things. Yeah. And he said that the more precise our view, the more precise our view is, the less we can see the real world. Does it make sense for you? So I will send this TED talk because it's really deep. So, but it's something like what you were saying, Gustavo.
Yeah. It was funny that I drew glasses, because you just told us I hate glasses, and then
yes, but you put this like on occasion, not all the time, like for 5 minutes or something.
There is this short animation called Best Friends. There is a cyberpunk animation that it is contact lenses that the people put on it, and the battery is like these eye drops that you have to drop once in a while to get charged and see things beyond your
It's called
reality.
drugs.
No, it's not a drug. It's a cyberpunk short film, so it's about technology. I can send you the link later.
So the final invention, Diego.
I need to share the screen.
Okay.
You need to label for me. I have done here in the black. Let's see here. Ta-da!
Wow.
It is ultimate healing care.
I was expecting
What is that?
It is like, you know,
Oh my god, no.
You guys have watched Black Panther, yeah?
Yes.
So have you seen the machine that the sister of the sister of Black Panther used it? Like the guy got shot and he needed to go there to Wakanda and kind of saved his life, because if he is here in the real Earth, he couldn't make the surgery. So I think it is one thing, like I really wanna see this thing here in our humanity, like especially these times, yeah, that we are spending, like seeing things like the virus, the pandemics, and I really want to see that if we can heal, if we can survive, yeah, if nobody can kill us.
Yeah, there is something like this on our real life, that is this chamber with oxygen for people who are with some disease like COVID, I guess. But it's so expensive to be on a thing like this. But it's almost there. It's not like Black Panther, but it's a start, you know.
I also saw that on a TV show called Visitors.
I saw it on Hannibal.
Hannibal? That's
Yeah, the TV series Hannibal.
So it basically detects all your health issues and solves them right away. That would be.
Yeah, Hannibal was
That's
just
it.
this chamber full of oxygen. So
Okay, guys. So I believe we can finish for now. It was great inventions. What was the best invention? Can we decipher one?
I think the most creative is the Vanessa invention.
Vanessa, I agree. Like following his boyfriend, like he's playing video
Yeah.
games.
No, it's not to follow my boyfriend. It's like
her
just to get wherever I want. Like I want to travel. I just open the door.
I want a door like this for me, travel a lot.
It could also be a simulation, right? It could be a capsule with screens on all of the sides. And then you choose the location, and there are treadmills on the floor that follow your walking. So you walk, and the screens follow your side. So
And
you'll
then
be
you see.
from there.
That
Yeah.
remind me of Super Mario 64. That has this castle with paintings of somewhere else, and you have to enter the painting to get there.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This technology that I just mentioned already exists for realistic gaming. You know, you actually have a huge screen, and then wherever you walk, the floor follows your walking, and then you have a gun and shoot at people on the screen. It's very realistic, and they're using this kind of technology also for films. In that new TV show by the Star Wars universe called
Mandalorian?
yes, Mandalorian. They're using those screens behind the actor to create the set, and it's very realistic. Film looks like.
Yeah, the green screen.
So let's take a picture.
This is not a cat, Lore.
Oh my God.
The child. Oh,
This child, the sound of child, it's in your house.
Wait. 3. Perfect. Guys, enjoy the rest of your day.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Nice to meet you.
Bye.
Thank you.
so
Thank you,
much.
everyone.
Thank you.